Hey guys, welcome to Practice Tea with JH and Mr. X. Okay guys, the reason I wanted to put Mr. X has been away for a while. He's got a few health issues that he's working through, but so he's been a little bit off colour. But his ball striking of late is basically, it's just an exhibition. We're in awe. Some of the guys here that are watching the ball flight are just. I know he's my buddy, and he's got a channel like golf swing, but it's crazy stuff. And we just want to talk about what he does in his protocol. He's not doing what I'm doing. He has a little bit of preset in the shoulders, but not much. But he's got something specific in his, which he says has made a marked difference to his ball striking, and I can actually see it in his golf swing when I look for it. Well, I don't even have to look for it, it's pretty obvious. And he said to me that the main plus in his golf swing is that he's really working on secondary tilt, trying to get as much secondary tilt as he can, like he's way out here when he hits the ball. And guys, his arms are so extended towards the target. As I say, he's hitting like 4-iron, like further than I can hit 3-wood. And the height that he's getting on the shots is just off the scale. So he's going to hit a few shots for us. And you can just explain in your own words what you're actually feeling.
Yeah, well, at the moment, it's almost a point of propulsion. My arms and everything are going this way, but it feels like my body is going this way. So it's like a supporting post back here that you're swinging away from. I'm swinging away from
something.
From my right side. Yeah.
This is the vertical axis, guys. This is the thing I talk about.
My right side is everything to me now in my golf swing. I want to stay on that right side and just not move, not feel as if I'm moving forward off it at all. Because I used to fall into the trap pre-channel lock where I'd be pulling to get the golf swing moving
and uplifting the hips as well, like that type of thing.
Everything, the whole left side goes. Now I feel like everything stays there, like everything is centered around probably 4 or 5 inches behind the ball. That's where I feel everything is centered.
And so your vision's back there as well?
My vision is behind the ball, yes. It's not actually on the ball. It'll be probably a few inches.
So you're not looking at the ball, you're looking behind it?
No, I'm trying to maintain the 5 o'clock nose and the 5 o'clock sternum. I call it the sternum, but we all call it the 5 o'clock nose.
Well, the knock-on effect is that by having a significant 5 o'clock nose, you're going to get the result of a 5 o'clock sternum or a shutdown sternum. You're going to get that. Let me have a look at you on camera to see if you're in frame.
Okay there? Or?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
And the really the shots that do stand out over everything else, they're all good shots, but the ones that stand out are visible by my staying back there.
Yeah. And I said in the prelude to the tape that I can actually see that in your swing at the moment. So it's very obvious for me. And your arms are incredibly long.
Well, they've got somewhere to go away from, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, and I said that years back, didn't I? Well, not years back, but essentially when I started channel lock, if you've got a fixed gate post here, you can slam the gate away from the gate post.
Whereas going back somewhat prior to channel lock, I was always getting away from the centre. Yeah. My centre was over here and the ball was back here. And that's what I said to
the channel followers at the end of my last video was that, you know, like 18 months ago, I mean, you've always been a strong hitter, but we just never knew where it was going, did we? No. And we could hit shots so far left that you couldn't even believe that a person could actually hit it that far left.
They were in different postcodes.
Well, we're still legendary at the old club I used to be a member of. He hit it in a dam that people still don't believe you could hit it in the dam from the tee we were on. It was like 3 fairways left. And that's it, but he doesn't, like he hit some drives here yesterday, and we've got a driver here, guys, that is, you can't even believe what it's like. We call it the animal. It's like 4 degrees. It's got super extra stiff shaft in it. It's got no spin on it, and he was just hitting it down the fairway here like it was a 7-iron, weren't you? And long. And so, tiny little fairway. So, anyway, without further ado, just hit a bunch of shots. And he hasn't hit any, guys. He's just come here dead cold. So, he's just from his driving commitments and out of the truck onto the practice tee. Huh? I'll give a commentary on the flight. Oh, just dead, absolute laser straight. The first swing of the day.
Yeah, a little bit tight.
Yeah, a little bit, but the good thing is you just flushed it dead straight.
A little bit tight. Takes me 2 or 3 to get the shoulders wound up.
Smooth it, see it hit. Yeah, it's unbelievable. That's just a Xerox copy of the other one, but just 30 yards longer. Wow, that's long. Wow, that's long. And he gets no wides, guys. He just gets no wides.
No, I've noticed in probably the last 3 months, my dispersion rate is just going like this.
Yeah.
Coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I had the pushes, and I worked on that. I got that back to where it on the target. So now for me, it's just reinstating everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to learn anything new. I just want to stay where I am.
And that's why I wanted to do this video, guys. He's not putting any options in it. He's got his protocol. He's happy with it because he's happy with the ball flight. If he could maintain the ball flight the rest of your life, he wouldn't have to change anything because no one hits it better than that. That's as good as I've seen anyone here hit it. Any of the tour players. And we've got a PGA winner here. And guys, it's just an effortless golf swing. Just off the scale effortless.
I've warmed up now, I should be okay.
Yeah. Look, you know when you're hitting it well when your dispersion's really low.
There wouldn't be 2 meters in those.
No, there wouldn't be. No. And you can, even when you're not timing, you can hit it up and down the blade a little bit, which I do on occasion, but it doesn't affect it. I mean, people externally wouldn't see it. We know it because we're here, but people externally say that's a perfect shot. But you become very discerning, and you say, well, I want to hit it on the 5th groove or the 6th groove. See your target. Was that grip?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But guys, it's just absolutely brutal here, how hot it is, and you just can't keep your hands dry. And I haven't changed. I normally put cords on my clubs for summer, but I haven't done that yet.
I'm a notorious perspirer in winter.
Yeah, yeah. That actually looked like you tried to re-grip that.
Well, the left hand was okay, but the right hand did come off.
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good to hit it a bit thick like that and still hit it dead straight and lose about 10 yards.
Oh, if that, yeah.
Yeah, but there's probably hardly any in it. That's what I like. If you can mishit it and mishit it dead straight.
So, my swing now is basically my only thoughts are really staying on that right side.
Yeah. Flamingo, and not letting anything go past that point of the ball. Yeah.
Everything wants to stay back there.
Yeah. And you're even doing that with your pitch shots, aren't you?
Pitch shots, everything.
Yeah.
If I could do it with my putting, I would.
Well, I can tell you that you can do that. That's absolutely possible to do that. When you're trying to grip the club, it makes you swing faster, doesn't it? Because you're trying to grip it.
Well, yeah.
I can't believe how hot it is. That was third groove, dead straight. And that's in the mayor's office, that one. Whew.
They're all in the same
Yeah,
area.
I mean, a couple of those that weren't hit properly, and the thick one, but they're all still down. They're still on the green, every one.
I mean, in theory, you're hitting a short iron, 7-iron. You should be able to have a fairly narrow dispersion.
Absolutely,
rate.
yeah. Yeah, guys, that's a 7-iron carrying about 205 yards, 210.
Because that's sort of par 3 situation.
Yeah.
Where you play into a pin, so you should be able to get it within a certain radius.
Okay, knock the flag down. Oh, could have a 1 here.
That was much better.
We could have a 1 here. Hey, you want to hit a couple of drivers? Do you want to hit the PRGR?
Yeah.
Because it's got the cord grip on it. Or do you want to hit the animal?
Either one.
Okay, guys, we'll talk about the animal. Here it is. This is a club. We have no idea what it is. We found it in a bargain barrel. It's no grooves on the face, 4.5 degrees. It's got 7 degrees in the head. We measured it's 4.5, so it's a normal putter. I reckon it's launching at about 1100 revs. It's just, you can't believe it. You'd have to play a really high spin ball for us with lower swing speeds, and it's got the biometrics with the steel part like Bubba plays in it, ultra stiff, and it's an animal. But Buddy can't hit it at all. I mean, I get it going okay, but not like Mr. X. So this is an animal. We call this the animal. There's no spin, guys. I mean, just you've got to have a decent clubhead speed. You just can't get the ball to stay in the air. But you were hitting at prodigious distances yesterday.
Yeah, the only thing I have to do with this club being such a lower loft is I have to bring my ball slightly forward.
Okay.
To accommodate the.
Yeah, but he wouldn't do that with the PRGR or like a normal driver.
No.
He'd play hit the normal driver because we don't want to confuse them with ball position. And that's got a nice cord grip on it.
I'll go this way a little bit.
Okay. It's a double X shaft, guys, 296 CPM.
So this is my iron swing with the driver. See, everything's.
Yeah, look where the ball is, guys.
Ball's a long way back, and I come back to it.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be able to putt with that ball because it'd have a flat side on it. Huh?
We'll just go a little bit further.
Yeah, you go where you want. Just go where you want. Yeah, I think that's all right there.
Still okay?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, we've got 4 big posts out here, guys, that we call the Australian rules goal posts, and it's just hit that right between them at about 270 metres, which is close to the old 300.
Yeah, so with the lower loft, for me, I have to just bring it slightly further forward, but with this having a conventional loft on it,
it's 9.5.
I can play it as my iron swing.
Yeah.
There's no difference between this or that 7-iron.
Yeah. No, that looks the same.
Ball position's identical.
Looks the same.
Swing feels identical.
Let's get another goal. Wow. Wow. Okay, just soften everything up and just feel heavy, feel the club heavy, arms heavy, shoulders heavy, and it'll just bring the tempo back a little bit. There you go. That's, yeah, you wouldn't be able to putt with that ball either. That'd have a flat side on. That'd have blood on it, that ball. Oh, that's into the fence. Oh, that's into the fence. And these balls here, guys, are they're not long balls here.
They're about 70 or 80%. 80%.
Yeah, I reckon they're about 80%. Yeah, I reckon they're almost floaters. Wow, that nearly blew my bloody ears out, mate. I mean, I could feel the shock of that impact on that club.
It's a really audible club,
now,
this one.
guys, while he's here, just for fun, I'm going to get him to hit the animal. Now, you can't play the animal off the back foot. You wouldn't play this with a channel lock swing because your effective loft would be minus.
It'd be negative.
It'd be negative, yeah. So it's 4.5 playing off the back. You'd be -2, so you never get it in the air. But I just wanted to show you how well he's swinging. That a driver that's about 1200 RPM and no loft. The animal. We don't know who it is. A mystery golf club. I'd love to get it on a launch mod. I reckon it'll be the lowest spin I've ever seen off any golf club.
I better turn around and go a little bit further right.
Yeah, you'll head over the fence, yeah. Yeah, that'll go over the fence, yeah. God, that's 35 on that other driver, isn't it?
At least, yeah.
Maybe 40.
But there's no spin, is it? It's a low trajectory and it just goes.
Yeah, see, he's got the speed to hit it low and keep it in the air. When I hit it, it gets up there and wants to fall out of the air because I haven't got the speed that he's got. But that, when it hits the ground, just runs. I mean, that'd be 320. That's crazy stuff. It's a horrible, but it's just fun. I mean, anybody that thinks they're a good driver swing, we just give them this. It's a swing tester, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You can never hit off the back foot. Be underground. Oh, that's right on top of the other golf ball. That's a goal. That's between those two posts. But that's on the fly.
Blows your eardrums out, doesn't it?
That's hit the fence. On the fly.
It blows your eardrums out. This.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a big deep face, guys. No grooves on it, and it's low spin. Well, just for fun, try and hit one off the back foot. We probably hit this along the ground because it'll be zero loft. He will have -1.
See if I'm still on camera there.
You'll have -1 on it at impact, but it'll be interesting. Yeah. Yep. This is interesting. There should be -1 loft here. Just killed it. Just killed it.
The difference being the club doesn't turn over, so it's gone, like a push.
Yeah, just a straight, but much higher. Now, clearly then in your mind you think, I've got no loft here,
well,
so I'm going to have to stay here, and
see,
you did.
From the conventional where I hit the first few, I can't get the inside to outswing on it as much.
Yeah, because too far up.
And it's difficult to stay behind it without sniping it.
Yeah.
So that was...
Well, that was like about 7-yard push, and just be right side of centre, but just so long.
I mean, if you had to play with it, you could allow.
Well, you could just aim left a little bit. Just aim left a little bit.
Know where it was going to go.
And push it to the centre of the fairway. Yeah, the toe is so slow, guys. You don't turn this ball over. It just does not want to turn over.
That's back foot.
Yeah, that's negative. Well, mate, that could be the best, without any exaggeration, that could be the best drive I've ever seen you hit in your life.
See, that one was more predictable because I knew where I didn't know the first one was going to go so far right, but then I adjusted slightly and I could know where that second one was going.
Well, 7-8 yards right is not that far right. It might be when you're hitting it down the pipe all the time, but that would have been just right of centre. But that one's that's centre line. That's down the freeway. That's a freeway drive. I can't believe how far.
Even though it's got no loft on it, I still feel more at ease hitting it with no loft off the back foot than I do trying to hit it from conventional.
Yeah, because you're trying to chase your hands up to the ball.
Or you don't know how it's going to release.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
And you get that double cross
Yeah.
situation.
Well, that's extraordinary that you can hit that golf club off that back foot. That just shows how good your swing is right now. Yeah, so there's no substitute for speed, guys. It's just hit a really hard power draw with that. Just started out right of centre line and just, just flew it back into the centre. I can't get the toe to turn over because I just haven't got the speed. Hands wet? Well, just the last shot. Last shot. Just smooth it, see it hit. Lots of secondary tilt. Oh, I said that other one was the best drive I've ever seen you hit. Honestly, with no exaggeration, I've never seen you hit a better shot than that. That's through the fence.
Let's go on that one.
Okay, guys, that's Mr. X back on deck, yeah, he's hitting it like a dart. And to just come out of just finish up your job, come over here, no warm up, and just hit the shot. That's indicative of how good Channel Lock is. Okay, thanks, Mr. X.
Thanks, JH.